right. FightHype.com here with my man, the former super bantamweight champion of the world, my man Isaac Dogboe, fighting for the world title again, this time at featherweight, April 1st on ESPN against Robeisy Ramirez. And Isaac, first of all, man, are you bringing the Neho out? Is the Neho return?
Hey, listen, Isaac Dogboe returns. Isaac Dogboe returns.
Now, in this fight, man, we know your style over the years. It has changed a little bit with Barry Hunter. But in this fight, do you have to cut the distance as much as possible? Pressure, pressure, pressure. Is that what we can expect from you in this fight?
We are looking to adapting, because Robeisy Ramirez has a tendency of wanting to stand there to trade. So, I love that kind of fight. So I mean, we'll see how that pans out for him. Because for me, I am being like more or less like being sort of nurtured to calming down from that style of fighting. So if I see that majority of his fights is really been like a constant, or should I say a repetitive sort of fighting style that he is trying to adapt. I mean coming from the transitioning from the amateurs. So for us, whichever style that he comes out with, our job is to adapt to it and neutralize it.
He loves that left hand. I mean, that's I know you can't tell us too much, but what do you think of that left? Is that the key to winning this fight? Is neutralizing that left hand? And what do you got to do to neutralize it?
Hit him hard. I think everybody's sort of like I really haven't seen him really been hit. So we have to also tag him, as much as he can hit. We have to also find out if he can also take it. I've been there. I can dish it out and I can take it too. So let's see how best he can also deal with that.
And Isaac, I hope I still got you, Isaac. There we go. Because it looks like you're driving through a part where the Wi-Fi gets a little rough. But, yeah. But you're on paper, at the betting, you're a big underdog, but you were a big underdog when you fought Magdaleno.
I know. I know. I mean, look, there's a saying in the Bible that says that where there is no light, that's where God shines. Where there is darkness or where there's no light, that's where God shines his light. So I don't mind being an underdog. There's no pressure on me whatsoever. He is being groomed to be like the poster boy, just as Magdalena was being groomed to be the poster boy. And then Isaac Dogboe, by God's special grace, we came and disrupted the party. So right now, I'm really looking forward to the fight, to see how he's going to have to deal with my style, because already I am a bit more familiar with with the southpaw style and being in this game for quite some time. But like I said, it's all about being able to adapt as the rounds go on.
And Isaac, coming from Ghana, you're another Ghanaian warrior. And again, Barry's made some adjustments, but you came over, became champion with that Ghana style, hands up, come to the guy, and explosive, very explosive. What is it? Iquarte, yourself, Azuma Nelson. What is it? Why do you guys fight like that coming from Ghana?
I wouldn't say it's a Ghana style. It's just my way. It's just my way of fighting. I can adapt. I can actually box. Funny enough, but over the years, when I kept on stopping people, Now it was more or less like, okay, now let us, you forget about boxing a little bit because stopping people, you tend to understand that, okay, the Americans, they love knockouts. They love it when you stop people. So I would just keep my hands up and just go and knock this person out. So it was more or less like something that you become used to, after a while until, I lost and everything kind of like changed. And, I came to Barry Hunter and Patrice and they were like, look, listen, son, you can't always want to go into a fight thinking that you're going to knock somebody out. You have to think boxing. And when the knockout presents itself, you go out and and then, you take the person out. You have to like be about boxing, not just going into to knock someone out, so it's just the way it is. But in my last few fights, there's been some instances where I was actually, boxing rather than just fighting, so I guess now I'm more or less like, okay, I'm finding the balance between having to switch from boxing from to fighting and to fight and then from fighting to boxing, so it's just about having the best of both worlds, really and truly.
And being the smaller guy, even back at 122 and definitely at 126, being the smaller guy, how much is you having the bigger heart matter in you overcoming these bigger guys? And is that going to be the difference between you and Ramirez? We know Ramirez has heart, but are you going to have that much more heart than him? And that'll be the difference in the fight.
Listen, when you talk about heart, you have to look about my 2 losses to Navarrete. I believe that God has placed something within me that nobody can take away from me. I may not be as talented as other fighters, but at the end of the day, by God's special grace, we get the job done. And that's what's most important. And like I said, we are already, each day is a victory day for us. We're already on the verge. It's just we're just waiting for April 1st to just get into the ring because we know that God is gonna grant us that victory on the day.
And Isaac, I just want to ask you before you get out of here, brother. You've trained alongside Tank Davis. I've seen you in the mountains here in Vegas, Mount Charleston, training alongside him. What do you think? What's he like up close? How good of a fighter is he that you've seen? And is he going to beat Garcia in his big fight next month?
No, Tank is really good. He's really talented. I mean, you can tell by his achievements. You can't take nothing away from him. And he's actually nicer than people make him out to be. He's not. He's when you get close to him, he's actually a nice guy. He's cool. There are instances where you'd be like, when we spar, he'd be like, after a while, when he gets to know you, it's different. But when he don't, you might think that he's an asshole, but it's not really like that. But speaking on boxing terms, between him and Garcia, I think it's gonna be a great fight. I really do believe it's gonna be a great fight. But hey, listen, Tang hits hard.
Hardest guy you ever sparred with? Hardest puncher you ever sparred with?
I would say he's one of the hardest guys. Hardest punching fighters I've ever sparred with. I've sparred with some people who were heavier than I am, like way heavier than I am, like middleweight and that. And I can tell you that he hits harder than some of these middleweights. If I'm honest with you, so I think it's gonna be a great fight. It's about who hits who first. Yeah,
Well,
and I also do believe that looking at on paper, right? Tang has fought his caliber of opponents have been, is different compared to Ryan Garcia.
yep.
Yeah.
So, but oh yeah, Isaac, go ahead. I thought.
So that's also going to play a huge a huge advantage in his favor.
Well, Isaac, thank you, my man. You're always in great fights. You weigh 126 pounds. I think your heart weighs about 112. So I think that's part of what Barry Hunter loved about you, not just the speed and the explosiveness that you've shown us in your fights, but that big heart. And best of luck to you against Robeisy Ramirez on ESPN for the title, the world title. If there's anything else you want to say before you get out of here, brother, thank you.
You're most welcome. And I would really love to say a big thank you to you know, first and foremost, thanks to God for this opportunity once again. When I lost my title, I did say to you guys that I was gonna come back, and by God's special grace, 5 years or almost 5 years down the line, Isaac Dogboe is back in world title contention, you know, fighting for the world title. Listen, it's not by my strength. You know, I always say that with God, all things are possible, and I know that it is God has made this possible. I also love to say a big thank you to Top Rank for giving me this opportunity once again, you know, to fight for the prestigious WBO title. So another salutations to the WBO organization as well, you know, for giving me this opportunity as well, you know, for this huge fight. And big ups to Robeisy Ramirez for accepting to fight, you know. At the end of the day, it takes you to tango. So I'm really looking forward to it. And you know, everyone, all the boxing fans out there, they should come to Tulsa, you know, Oklahoma, and witness another history be made.
Well, I'll be one of them watching at home, my man. Thank you for your time. Always great talking to you, Isaac. Best of luck, April 1st.
Thank you. Really appreciate you, man.
Thanks.
And thank you for the good work today that you're doing, man.
Oh, you deserve them. You deserve them, my man. You deserve them.
One love. One love. No.
Oh, there it is. We got it. All right. We'll end on